Namaste students. Today we are going to start with some word problems related to inequalities. In our previous videos we have done solution of linear inequalities in one variable. Alright, today we are going to do applications of linear inequalities, means the word problems which would be converted into linear inequalities, and then we are going to solve it. Now the question is, the marks obtained by a student of class 11 in the first term examination is 62 and the second term examination 48 respectively. Find the minimum marks he should obtain in annual examination so that he gets an average of at least 60 marks. That means what minimum marks should be added, he should obtain in annual examination so that his average becomes at least 60 marks. His average becomes at least 60 marks. Alright, now I'll just assume, as we assume in the word problems, let X marks be obtained in annual examination. Alright, now average, how do we find average? These are the first term, second term, this is annual examination. The formula you know of how to find out average. It is sum of the observation divided by total number of observation. So the average will be 62 plus 48 plus X by 3. Now, had it been the average is 60, so I would have put equals to 60, clear? But now it is at least 60. See girls, two words would be used to change a statement into linear inequalities, that is at least and at the most. At least and at the most. Alright, at least का मतलब क्या होता है? कम से कम इतना होना चाहिए. For example, if you have to pass a maths exam, at least 33 marks you should get. More you can get any. Fine. Alright, he says the average should be at least 60. इसका मतलब ये कम से कम 60 तो होना चाहिए. When I say कम से कम 60, इसका मतलब ज्यादा तो कितना भी हो सकता है. So कम से कम 60. That means 62 plus 48 plus X by 3 should be greater than equals to 60. At least means greater than equals to 60. Because when I say why equals to, because 60 भी तो हो सकता है ना, at least कम से कम 60 और उससे ऊपर 100 कुछ भी हो सकता है. We'll solve the linear inequality. Multiply both sides by 3. Subtract both sides. 110, you know it, in the previous video you have seen. X should be greater than equals to 70. Greater than equals to 70. इसका मतलब ये है, अगर उस स्टूडेंट के 70 या 70 से ज्यादा मार्क्स आते हैं तो उसकी एवरेज कम से कम 60 बनेगी. इज इट क्लियर? 60 और उससे ज्यादा. इसका मतलब क्वेश्चन में क्या पूछा था? फाइंड द मिनिमम मार्क्स. आई हैव टू फाइंड मिनिमम मार्क्स. X 70 या 70 से बड़ा है, इसका मतलब मिनिमम कितने होना चाहिए? 70 तो होना चाहिए ना. 70 से बड़ा हो सकता है, लेकिन मिनिमम रिक्वायरमेंट कितनी है? Therefore, minimum marks to be obtained or to be scored in annual examination are 70. The child should score at least 70 marks, minimum 70 marks to get the average of 60 and above. The average of 60 and above. Alright, so you have to be careful about two words. One is at least and one is at most. At least and at most. Okay, let's take next example. That is find all pairs of consecutive odd natural numbers, both of which are larger than 10, such that their sum is less than 40. Alright? Now first of all I have to assume two consecutive odd numbers. So what do I do? Let smaller odd natural number be x, and what will be the next consecutive odd number? If I have the first odd number, suppose 1. So how does this next one come? 1 plus 2, 3. So if the smaller odd number, natural number is x, so the other would be, and the other be x plus 2, that we know. We can find out the consecutive odd numbers by adding 2 to the previous one. Alright? Fine. Now what does it given? Both the numbers are larger than 10. Both the numbers, दोनों ही number 10 से बड़े हैं. When I say दोनों number 10 से बड़े हैं, अगर मैं ये लेकर चलूं that smaller number is greater than 10, तो ऑटोमेटिकली बड़ा वाला नंबर भी greater than 10 आ गया. ठीक है. अगर मैं सोच के चलूं स्मॉलर नंबर इज ग्रेटर देन 10, अगर स्मॉलर नंबर 11 है तो डेफिनेटली बड़ा वाला नंबर 11 प्लस 2 13 हो गया. सो दूसरे नंबर को लेने की जरूरत नहीं है. इफ स्मॉलर नंबर इज ग्रेटर देन 10, ऑब्वियसली द अदर नंबर is definitely x plus 2 is going to be greater than 10. Now, what is the condition given? The sum of these two is less than 40. The sum of these two is less than 40. Let's solve it. Subtract 2 on both the sides. Divide both the sides by 2. This is my second equation. Alright. Now first equation is x is greater than 10. Second equation is not equation exactly, inequation. And the second inequation is x is less than 90. For from 1 and 2, x comes in between. Alright. Whenever you have to combine two inequalities, you are going to write like this. X comes in between. Now x is greater than 10 because I want one solution. So x comes in between, x is greater than 10 and x is less than 19. So this is how we combine two inequations. Alright. X in between, x is greater than 10 and less than 19 according to our condition 1 and 2. Now as it is a natural number, let's see what will be the solution set for x. What will be x? 10 से बड़ा और 19 से छोटा नेचुरल ऑड नंबर. 10 से बड़ा और 19 से छोटा नेचुरल ऑड नंबर्स. तो कौन कौन से होंगे? 10 से बड़ा 11, देन नेक्स्ट ऑड नंबर 13, 15, 17, 19, बट 19 नहीं लेना बिकॉज x इज लेसर देन 19. x इज लेसर देन 19. इज इट क्लियर? तो अगर ये x ये है तो x plus 2 क्या होगा? x plus 2 will be equals to what? 11 plus 2, 13, 15, 17, 19. See, x lies between 10 to 19. Plus x plus 2 करूंगी तो क्या होगा? सब तरफ 2 ऐड हो जाएगा तो वो 19 आ सकता है. Is it clear? x is between 10 and 19. 10 से बड़ा, 19 से छोटा. But x plus 2 कहाँ से आएगा? अगर मैं सब तरफ if I add 2 on each side, alright, so it can be lesser than 21. So 19 can come in case of x plus 2, but not in case of x. Alright, fine. So what are the pairs? Therefore the pairs are 11, 13, 13, 15, 15, 17, 17 and 19. 17 and 19. Is this clear? So in inequations, what you have to do? You have to read the word problem carefully, convert into inequality and solve in the same way as we solve the linear inequalities in one variable. Let's take next example. The cost and the revenue function. See, cost, you know, the cost of some article. Revenue means the income on it. Alright, the income of a function, revenue function of a product are given by this and this. This is the cost function. That means if I keep putting the values of x, I get the cost of that article. And if I keep putting the value of x here, I get revenue of that article. That means income. Alright. Where x is the number of items produced and sold. X means the number of articles. Suppose our x is 1, that means 8 item is produced and sold. I'll put x, I'll get cost. If I put x is equals to 2, I'll get some other cost, 3 and so on. He says, how many items must be sold? How many items must be sold to realize a profit? Means to get a profit, how many articles must be sold? Ab you know that profit कब होता है? Profit होता है जब हमारी income is more than the what? Income is more than expenditure. That means revenue should be more than cost, then only I get profit. That means for profit, revenue should be greater than the cost. Revenue function should be greater than cost function. Put the values. What is revenue function? 60x plus 2000 and the cost function is 20x plus 4000. Alright. So first of all I will remove this constant. So subtracting this 2000 from both the sides. Subtracting 2000 from both the sides. So I get 2000 cancel from here. 4000 minus 2000. 2000. Now I'll bring 20 this side. So subtracting 20 from both the sides. 20x. Subtracting 20x from both the sides. Alright. Dividing both the sides by 40. Now children, just keep in mind, now we are not doing those steps which we did in linear inequalities, solution of linear inequalities, that you know, you have practiced. So we are doing it directly. Alright, so x should be greater than 50. That means if we want to earn a profit, so articles should be more than 50. Articles produced should be more than 50. That means, therefore, to realize profit, article produced should be more than 50. Articles produced should be more than 50. Alright. So it's not difficult, it's very easy, children. Just read the statement, convert into inequality, but an appropriate inequality. See to it, less than is applicable, greater is applicable, or less than equals to or greater than equals to, and then accordingly you are going to solve it. Alright.